Who are
I'm waiting for Chris now, but he be here in a minute.
okay?
Welcome back to another episode of Real Talk TV 414. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
I'm doing good. Well, today's topic is about integrity.
Integrity. Okay, that's cool. The people need to learn the power of integrity. Good way to start off with the Egyptians. Take them back 3,000 years ago. What did integrity mean to the Egyptians, bro?
I had a similar picture of the my symbol. I gotta get back to that. But the question is, why is it important to have integrity? So integrity to me is to hold yourself accountable to all your actions, knowing right from wrong. Don't do anything harmful to yourself or to your people. That's what integrity means to me.
Well, I look at integrity as being something that empowers you to become a righteous individual.
Mm.
It's the glue that keep you locked to your righteousness because it's easy for you to fall off track, as we
Mm.
have seen with some of the people that came before us. They get power and then they allow the power to corrupt them because they don't have the power of integrity. And then if you ain't genuine, all those things are gonna be non and void anyway.
Mm.
And then who are you? What is it that you're looking to represent as a man? Not as a black man, just as a man and period. Period. Do integrity and those things and things of that nature are those things that you see that as being beneficial. And if you don't see those things as being beneficial, then you won't strive for those type of things.
Do you think the black community lost morality?
Yes, they lost their morality by being dumbed down through the education system. You see the women right now, they don't understand the value of their bodies. They don't see that their womb is something sacred. So the morality has been lowered. If it hadn't been lowered, we wouldn't be able to discuss. You wouldn't see podcasts where they're using black women as their discussions.
Mm-hmm.
And not to say that they're wrong, because these women act in such a manner that needs to be spoken about. So don't think that I'm going against what the brothers are doing. No, it's taking the ladies, and again going back to the topic, it's taking the ladies and making them become friends with some type of integrity, because you putting them on blast. You're highlighting their behavior, and their behavior is something that is disconnecting them from being women of integrity.
There's a book called 24 Reasons Why African Americans Suffer by Jimmy Dumas.
Come on.
This is what he said. When it comes to morality, we lack a healthy respect for the principles of right and wrong. The African American race has reached an all-time low in doing what is morally right and and any and an all-time high in doing what is morally wrong. We had lost respect for our elders, babies, children's peers, parents, neighbors, and all above ourselves.
I concur 100%. And a lot of that is based upon being systematically programmed for self destruction. See, the reason that we don't understand that racism still exists right now is because you're not looking at who's controlling the puppet. And then now we're looking at black people in their worstest behavior ever. And that comes from how our women are performing out in the world. And right now our women is totally lost. And the black man has to be held accountable for the sisters going astray.
Yeah, we got to step up.
Man, step up and step over.
Mm-hmm.
Not just step up, bro. We got to step up and step over, because we got to reach the next level. If we don't reach the next level, integrity, morals, all those things are going to be ideas of the past.
Elevation of the mind.
Man. And how do we elevate the mind as a collective whole? That's the goal.
Right.
See, we're not elevating collectively. That's why we're not creating and producing the warriors that we need to do what needs to be done. See, like I tell you all the time, we get on these podcasts and we do a lot of gossiping,
Right.
which which to me is exercising our feminine nature.
Mhm.
See, as men, we need to step outside of that because see, the system is trying to lock us into all being feminine.
Right.
There's no morality in being gay, bro. No
Mhm.
disrespect to anybody, but remember that thing was considered part of retardation. They took that off the medical books.
Mhm.
See, we got to understand these things, and then once we understand the dynamics of this system that is pumping out all this evil, wicked, and rotten things that we're gravitating and taking in and ingesting, and then living it out. If we don't pay attention to what's manufacturing all these things, we'll never be able to stop it.
Like when we say something about like black culture, we gotta know what black culture is because
Man,
some of the things that we emulate, that's not our nature.
thank you. That's because we went through what we would classify as a culture exchange. We've
Mhm.
taken on the culture of the barbarians and given them our spiritual culture.
Wow.
See it? Now we're chasing after very people that oppressed us. We're trying to become them
Mhm.
when their goal was to be us. See the psychological game that we're tied into? This stuff, like I said, bro, we gotta move. We're gonna have to move with the power of the people. And the power of the people is being united. And there's gotta be some things that gotta take place in order for unification to come to manifest.
Mhm.
If we don't move these things out of the way that's keeping the people from being united to do what needs to be done, we're just talking and the goal will never be achieved.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
How do we get the people to respect morality? How do we get people to respect integrity, dignity, self-respect, self-love, self-appreciation? How do you get the people to collectively see those things as things that we can build from, that we can create a new culture from?
we
How
gotta
do
go
you
back.
do
We gotta
that?
go back to our original way of life.
Man, you got to get the people, you got to get people under the right umbrella. And
Mhm.
get these people under the right umbrella, you got to be able to weed out people.
Yeah.
Sacrifices will always have to be made for there to be any forward growth. If they had to sacrifice to the gods, what makes you think as a mortal you ain't gonna make no sacrifices in order for you to continue your elevation and your development in this here wicked society that is governed and controlled by a group of people that don't believe in the same things that you believe in?
Mhm.
They don't believe in equality for the people. They believe in oppressing the people.
Mhm. Divide
There's
and
a
conquer.
difference. Because you can't tell me that God created all this land and we got all this homelessness all around the world. I ain't just talking about in this country, I'm talking about people.
Yeah.
See, let's not close our mind to just only one group of people. People make the world go round. Everybody participates in this. We are all a family in some kind of way. I
Right.
can't tell you exactly how we all are united as a family under the umbrellas of being humans and all these different terminologies that you want to use to classify the spirits of God.
Mhm.
Here's another thing, brother. We black people don't have the power to practice racism.
Right.
The black people have the power to be prejudiced, but they don't have the power to be racist.
Mhm.
No.
We don't control the school system. We don't
Thank you.
control the banks. If you
Thank
do
you.
business loan or not, we don't control what type of neighborhood you will live in.
Thank you. So how could we be racist?
But
So there's only one group that is perpetuating racism. It's not black people because we don't have the power to be racist. We have the power to be prejudiced.
mhm.
But prejudice just means to prejudge. We do this all the time. But the power of racism means you can control and dictate a life and a lifestyle that a group of people can enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the difference between being prejudiced and racist. Economically, we are being targeted.
Mm-hmm.
Socially,
Politically,
educationally, spiritually.
economically,
Yeah. You can
psychologically.
just,
Yeah.
thank you. You can just look at the many ways that this enemy is attacking us. And the only problem is we at war, but we're not conscious of the war that we're partaking in. That's why
Dr.
we're being victimized.
Dr. Frederick Chris Wilson explained it real good in ISIS paper.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She also in the ISIS paper, she told you why the white man needed a gun.
Yeah.
Don't That's the whole key of that book. Is she was trying to teach you that you had the power to exterminate him through genetics, and he can only counteract that by creating a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Because the gun in your fallacy and your scrotum is, if you put it together, you'll see why he created his gun and
Yeah.
how he created his gun.
Because
All
we,
contained in the pages of the ISIS paper.
we're the only people that create all people.
Thank you.
You,
Genetically.
you only make his own kind.
Thank you. So you know he couldn't be superior to the melanated man.
Right.
We already know that at one point in time this was a melanated planet.
Mm-hmm. All over the planet.
Thank you. That's why you find melanated people no matter where you go on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They're the
Wait.
indigenous people that probably been conquered and colonized by another group of people.
Mm-hmm. Why you think Public Enemy made the Fear of the Black Planet?
Man, they was trying to wake you up.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think music is a very powerful form of communications.
It's spiritual.
Yeah, because it can touch your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Music can change your mood swing. See, you see now you understand the power and frequency and energy.
Mm-hmm.
See it? Everything
Yeah.
ain't nothing more than power, frequencies, emotions, and things of that nature. When you think of yourself, when you think of your emotions, if you take the E off of emotions, what do you have? Motion. So that
Mm-hmm.
tells you that everything is circulating, having some type of movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Take
See
the
the
E off of emotions. If you take the E off of emotions, all you have is motion.
yeah.
And what is motion? Something that's constantly in movement.
Yeah. See, the enemy
And
is so scientifically wicked when it comes to hip hop. He could, he could, he could, he could make the, he could use the rappers to put negative words in there. That's frequencies. Words are frequencies. You know what I
thank
mean?
you. He
Make it.
used he took the he sabotaged hip hop by corrupting it with evil spirits.
Yeah.
And then it made our people want to go out and become killers against themselves. See, that's the
Mm-hmm.
power of hip hop. See, when you allow another group of people to control something that you create, then they can dictate how you're going, what messages you're going to put out to your people. We're going to pay you a certain amount of money for you to say certain things that'll generate thoughts and actions and behavior in your people.
Mm-hmm.
See, going back to that system. This is a system that thinks 20 years ahead of us. See, what you seeing today, they had thought about that stuff 20 years ago. It's just now hitting the surface because it's the time for it to manifest to do what it is created to do. See,
Mm-hmm.
we got an enemy that don't sleep. It's strategizing every minute, every second, and every hour of the day from 365 days of the year, depending on what part of the world you live in. See, and as long as we um ignore the fact that this enemy really does exist, then we won't be able to prepare and do the things that we need to do to fight this battle. Because this is a battle. This is a battle of surviving as a whole, as a collective whole. Black people are being annihilated, bro.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? We got people twisted in their minds. You have people claiming territories and don't own not no property in that community.
This is my block.
Right. But don't own no property. And then
Nothing.
the people that do own the property, they raping the community of all its natural resources, and you're there claiming a block that you don't own, you don't have no rights to. And then them people in them blue suits come and they change the whole dynamics of everything.
Like, how you gonna claim this is your block, but you run away from the police?
Thank you. If this your block, stand on it. I'm
Yeah.
not I'm not going against the young warriors. I love the young warriors. I'm not one of them older dudes that's gonna be the
Right.
young dude. No, no, because I was once them.
Yeah, we
So
need
how I'm
them.
gonna talk about them? No, I'm not gonna talk about them. What I'm gonna do is be like, bro, we could just direct that energy the right way, bro. I ain't
This,
telling you not. And here's another thing, bro. Let me say this.
yes, sir.
With the young people, if you're grown, I understand this one thing. You can't tell grown people what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And wherever there's force, there will be rebelliousness. We don't want to force the people into anything. You want people to make a conscious decision to wake up. That
Mm-hmm.
way, there is no problem. This is something that they wanted, not something that you're trying to force them into.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have separation rather than unification. People are easy to separate themselves. I'm better here. I'm better here. No, we don't need all that. That's why I tell you in the new movement, there ain't no bosses. It's only everybody is a boss.
Well,
Kill the ego. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. We got to learn from the days that had already went past us, so we understand how to control the days that's coming before us.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
bro, this real. This real. Just basic human psychology.
like that's what's killing us right now is that ego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They see, because you got too many brothers that live their life off of the fabrication of their ego, and
Well,
see their ego take them in the wrong direction, having them doing things that is not righteous, but things that are unrighteous. And then
well,
they want to hide and cover it up based upon a few good deeds that they done. No, bro, this ain't about a few good deeds. Either you in or you out.
well.
There's no in between.
Yeah.
And as long as you people think that there's an in between, we're going to stay stuck and lost. And there will never be no opportunity for us to really ever come together under a tangible solution for our problems.
Mm. The Bible say you can't serve two masters. You can't be in the middle. You gotta pick a side.
Thank you. Thank you. The Bible teach you that it can't be lukewarm, either
Yeah.
hot or
Yes,
cold.
sir.
You know what I'm saying? See, what our problem is we trying to straddle the fence.
Mm-hmm.
See, we looking for the easy way out. No, the only way power changes hands is through war. Some type of war gonna have to take place for black people to get in a better position. But if you think legislation gonna take us there, okay, you'll just keep living your nightmare. It will continuously be perpetuated.
What?
And then here's my thing: how do you make the deal with the devil?
Ooh.
If y'all ain't figured that out, then okay, let's all go make the deal with the devil.
Oh, where's
But
your integrity?
if y'all ain't figured out how it is that you're gonna make a deal with the devil and come successful with that deal, then maybe we shouldn't be shaking hands with the devil.
Mm. No integrity at all.
Thank you. See, and integrity empowers you.
Wow.
Don't nobody got to give you that. Don't nobody got to authorize that. That's something that you can create for yourself.
That's
Don't
discipline.
nobody control that but you.
Mm-hmm.
You see, and
Yeah.
that's another thing, bro. I'm happy that you said that. Let me make this good point to the people.
Yes, sir.
Man, black people for some reason don't enjoy having power.
Mm.
They enjoy having other people to have power and control over them. Why do you say that? Well, listen, if we enjoy power, that would be something that we would strive for. We strive for the power of having that dollar in our pocket. We strive for the power to be able to spend on materialistic things, but we don't strive for the power to be able to write legislations, create governments, create education system, medical system, agriculture, where we can feed our people. We don't want none of that power. We want to rely on other people to do what we need to do for ourselves, and then sit there and complain about the rest of the people elevating in the rest of the world.
What?
No, this is called the first law of nature. If you can respect the laws of man, why you can't respect the laws that come with life? And the first law of nature is self-preservation. If we don't start thinking about ourselves as a collective whole, okay, the black planet gonna become a planet of no planet.
What?
Because we ain't gonna be nowhere a part of it.
Mm-mm.
Through annihilation. And then think of this, bro.
What's up?
We built these great civilizations. We can go into Egypt with the black pharaohs and the things that they done, the accomplishments with the gods Thoth, um, who is Osiris, Haru, all
Mm-hmm.
these great gods. And we allowed ourselves to be conquered and overtaken by a bunch of cave people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you think of it like that, you be like, man, now we got to challenge our greatness. If we were such great people, how was we able to be overtaken by cave people?
What?
Somebody please explain that one. I'm gonna give y'all a second to think about that one. By cave people, man.
My next question: why is it important to teach the children about having integrity?
Because if we don't teach the kids about integrity, they're gonna continue to walk down the lost path that they're walking down.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that the enemy understands the power of controlling the minds of the youth.
Yeah. You
So if
control
we
the
don't
youth, you
take it,
control the nation.
thank you. If we don't take it upon ourselves to instill something in the children, we give the enemy the opportunity to program them to work against us. And that's why you have children right now that is damn near kicking their parents' butts, controlling the houses, and damn near telling the parents what they gonna do and what they ain't gonna do.
What?
Because the children have no integrity, they don't have no respect, and they don't have no self-love. If you don't put nothing in, you don't have much to pull out.
Mm-hmm.
And we have put very little into our children because we allowed our children to see that we don't like power as a collective whole. So our children don't believe in the dumb things that we're teaching. They're like, well, show it and prove it.
Mm-hmm.
Why you if all this stuff's supposed to be so good, why it ain't work for none of y'all?
Right.
See, and when they ask those questions, how are you going to counteract that?
Got no answer to that.
There you go. See, and that's part of the letdown to the next generation.
What?
We can present to them all of the problems, but we don't never have no tangible solutions. And then we want to blame them for their ignorance. Well, if didn't nobody teach them no better, then how do the fuck do you expect them to do any better?
Yeah. Yeah. That reflect back to you. The,
Thank you.
the teachings is terrible.
Man, and we dropped the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Could we start there? First part of the first solution to the problem is acknowledging that there is the problem. And the problem in our community is that we dropped the ball. We were manipulated. We were tricked. The people that they sent to lead us led us right to our own destruction. And we still playing with the things. Oh, I'm Martin Luther King and all these other people. Well, let's analyze and look at what actually took place.
Mm-hmm.
And now, next thing you know, you might want to change that Martin Luther King holiday. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
But that's because the only reason they able to propagate this nonsense and spread it through our people is because our people are people worshipers, and we are looking for someone to lead us out of this miserable life that we wake up to every day. So anybody that comes wearing a cape
Unfortunately,
of
right.
being a superhero, we gravitate towards them. They could be a child molester, but he got the cape of being a hero. We take him. Come on. We just forgot that this man done raped damn near every girl in our community.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't no hero. He's a predator.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? You know why we are so acceptable to predators? Because most of the predators that we first meet starts in our own families.
Exactly. We don't want to challenge that.
Thank you. That's why I know black people don't want to be faced with the truth. The truth, what they say the truth do, the truth hurts, and
Mm,
black people hate to have their feelings hurt. See, what it is that black people and allow themselves to become more emotional and less logical.
mm,
And see, when you act off the emotions, you'll do something dumb and then logically think about it later and then be stuck with the friendship of regret.
mm.
No, you should first think and then get your emotions together before you act out. See, we do things ass backwards as a collective whole, as people. Black people today acting like they some of the most ignorant people on the planet. And I ain't got to say it. You can look on TV and see it every day. You can look on YouTube. You can look at some of these podcasts. Listen at the lingo.
We
Listen
make
at the
it, we
mentality
make
of the
it,
people.
we make ignorance a trend.
Man, ignorance is bliss. They
What?
celebrate it.
Mm,
It's what sells today. Your
mm.
podcast would do numbers if you put a bunch of bull on there. Get some girls up there twerking and willing to pop some big booties. See how
What?
that rating go up quick
Mm,
because they doing the same thing that they did to the Jews. Same thing. Y'all don't even know about the Jewish Holocaust. See, that's my thing. Every group of people that live on this planet at one point in time was slaves and colonized by another group of people.
I saw this.
Yeah.
I saw this video uh, of this four black women. They went to Ghana to visit the dungeons.
Come on with it. They in Ghana.
Yeah, and they was twerking on the landscape of the castle. I'm thinking to myself like, do you know where you at right now?
Thank you. They don't even know that they on sacred things. They don't
What?
know that they on historical things. But they
Mm-hmm.
taking see what and then here's the thing. They taking this Western lifestyle and they taking it into them parts of the world, changing them people culture, making them believe that twerking is something beautiful. No, twerking is beautiful if it's tied to something spiritual.
What?
See, them girls in Africa, they was doing those dances. Those were spiritual and cultural dances. Now y'all perverted them and made them sexual. Don't change spiritual for sexual and then try to tell me that you ain't peeing on me and talking about it's raining.
What?
No, you peeing on me, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You tricking me.
And
See,
call
and
like
they
it is.
they listen. Going back to the topic, integrity. Our women gave up integrity for what? The dollar.
Woo.
Because right now the girl don't want you if you ain't got no money to keep her hair, nail, weave, and all that other stuff done. And then she's willing to manipulate you to get those things done. But
Mm,
everybody is bypassing the fact that it's the dollar that's controlling the actions and the behavior of the people. You
mm.
can get black people to do anything for a dollar.
And
If you want to know if the movement is true, see how much money it's making. See how dedicated they is to getting that dollar. If they dedicated to getting that European dollar, they with that European.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because you ain't gonna tell me that you love that dollar, but you don't love that European. You can't love that dollar because that dollar is represent that European. Your face ain't on there, brother man. I'm sorry.
But
You don't produce, you don't got no print machine to produce no currency, do you?
so
Do
why
you
you
own one?
why you flexing with the money? You know they
Thank
have
you.
money phones. They be
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
That's just like that remind me of the house slave.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the house slave syndrome. Look,
Wow.
the master gave me money. The master treat me better than all of y'all. The master say I can live in his community. The master say I get to go and shop and buy all his nice, expensive clothes, boss.
Mm-hmm.
See it? Slave mentality. They unconsciously they still living as slaves because they think that money gives them something that it doesn't give them. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You can get all the money in the world. It don't give you power because you can be them same black brothers talking about you brothers of integrity. Yeah, what's that thing? Your high value and all that, but you ain't high
Uh,
value when that white man putting his feet in your neck or putting his foot in your ass. And then all you guys, all you high value men, y'all just standing there watching and filming and hoping that you're gonna get views. But goddamn, that's the enemy beating the hell out your guy. You ain't gonna aid and assist? No, you're not gonna aid and assist because systematically and psychologically, you've been programmed to fear that motherfucking bad. So stop playing with me. You people are jokes. For real.
Like
Jokes.
like back in 2020, when George Floyd got killed, a lot
Thank
of
you.
people they just standing there like there's only two cops there. Get this man
Thank
off.
you. And all they did was protest at the end. And then how look at the protest then. There's regulations to protest. So that means somebody govern your rights to protest. So either you're gonna do it the way we tell you or you ain't gonna do it. That right there tells you that this is not gonna work. Because the same people that you're trying to fight against control what it is that you're able to do.
Right.
Come on, man. If you don't plug the TV into the socket, it'll never get no energy and no power to come on. Black people looking for power through legislation. Power comes through militant, and
Wow.
militaries.
Mhm.
Yeah, power comes with militaries, nations, having a whole group of people willing to fight for the cause and for the sake of their land and for their nation.
Mhm.
Black people ain't there yet, bro. Come on, let's stop playing. They can't build, they can't get together in Burger King, less known on a big plateau. Come on, bro. You know what Brother Earl teaches us? Brother Earl teaches us that the people will sell us out for a Percocet.
Oh yeah.
Come on, bro. The same people you trying to save will be the same people that'll serve you to the enemy. Hey, here you go, master. Here you go.
Give up your virtue.
This one of them uppity niggas there, master.
Mhm.
He want the people to do something better than what you want. You always had those people, bro.
Mhm. Mhm.
How do you get rid of that mentality when it's embedded in the people? Come on, man. We got to start thinking realistically, not fantasize about being free.
Right.
Freedom is not a fantasy. It can be a reality when you do the things that you need to do to obtain the goal.
You
Let's
gotta get
start with the people.
you gotta get
We,
rid of some
we,
people.
and let me ask you this: have you ever seen a general over head of a retarded military?
Mhm.
Okay, then then our people right now is practicing retardation. So what other type of military could we possibly what other type of military could we possibly produce when we dealing with when we know our people is practicing retardation right now? Everybody know that black people in this country have some type of mental issue. And then black people and got to the point where they then befriended becoming suicide missions.
Wow.
But they ain't gonna commit no suicide to help move the people forward.
Oh no, they would give their life for the system, but not for
Yeah.
their own people.
And for a pair of tennis shoes
Oh
and
man.
some rims and a car stereo. Come on, bro. Don't and for a necklace, they dog chain. Who's selling them all them diamonds? Jewelry.
They take
Jewelry.
and they
Stop. Think of the word jewelry. We're gonna
yeah.
take off some letters. If we take off some letters, there's that word there.
Jew.
Thank you. Who's selling all the jewelry?
Mm.
Thank you. So that means these people are putting dog tags and selling them to you for big dollars. And after you buy it, that stuff depreciates. You don't even get nowhere near the money because that stuff only has value because you make it valuable.
And add on to that, they taking the resources for Africa and sending it back to you.
Thank you.
Your
Man,
your
right
resources.
now, thank right now, man, our people, man, like we always say, man, our people are asleep. They ain't got out of the bed yet.
Mm.
The military got their whole houses surrounded, and they still in the bed sleep. Talking about, oh, Donald Trump, he just passed some bill, man. He passed the bill. Man, come on, y'all still tripping about Donald Trump? Donald Trump ain't the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, did Donald Trump have your ancestors up in trees and castrating them? Was that Donald Trump?
Mm.
So why would you look for Donald Trump to be your savior? Only person saving you is you.
You got people more higher than Donald Trump.
Thank you. He's a puppet in this game.
But,
He's a pawn. Stop it, man. We know the ruling families ain't playing none of that, bro. Come on, man. This is about families.
but,
And guess where they got all that from? Egypt. And
mm-hmm.
they didn't call it family, they called it what? Dynasties.
Mm-hmm.
And here again, the cave people came out of the caves, and what did they do? Emulate who? The people that they came in contact with.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, when they was in the cave, they didn't know nothing about being civilized. They didn't know nothing about cooking, bathing, how to fix your food up, use good seasoning. They ain't know nothing about that. They ain't know nothing about education.
They was
Wasn't it the
walking on
Moors
all
that
fours.
taught them all that? It was the
Right.
Moors.
Right. They was walking on all fours.
Thank you. We had to civilize these people. So we let the cave people end up taking over our rulership. Ain't that about nothing? And then we got the nerve to be sitting back like we got time to really be sitting back when we have been conquered by cave people. And then the caveman gave us his suit. Now we think we something slick.
Right.
Not knowing you bought that from the caveman. The same one that hit you over your head and took your stuff.
Right.
And now you happy to be able to walk around and drive the caveman car and brag about it. Oh yeah.
Right.
I got the Gucci on. Oh, okay, good. We happy you do. And does that
How you
give
seen
you
a
any
picture
power?
of how you seen a picture of Gucci? They had a blackface character. They had a blackface clone design on Gucci. They just put it out a couple years ago.
See? Remember
Hey,
they
but
was they was trying to boycott Gucci.
yeah,
And then some I think it was Floyd Mayweather. He buying us. See, that's that again, bro. The caveman tricked us, bro. He hit us over the head with his bat and changed our whole way of thinking. And we ain't been right since. We woke up from our dream conquered. We
mm,
went this we before he hit us over the head, we was ruling. When we woke back up, we was conquered. How in the hell did this happen? We still trying to figure out, man, what the hell happened? How the hell y'all say we went from kings and queens and now we barbaric?
just like that.
Thank you. Because the
Like that.
caveman hit us over the head, and when we woke up, he had changed our whole way of thinking and
Mm-hmm.
stripped us of our spirituality, our culture, our native tongue. Took us out of our desires to be powerful. Took us out of our rights to create nations. That's what he done. And then
And,
and listen, and we supposed to be some of the educated people on the planet, but we got overtaken by cave people. Wow. I'll wait,
and
y'all.
everything we taught him, he was against us.
Thank you. And then guess what? When the cave people couldn't pay their taxes, because remember there was a time when black people collected taxes from the caveman.
Right.
But when the caveman couldn't pay his taxes, what would he give? He would give us that cave woman. Now you can see the pattern. Now you can see the beginning of the black man's desire for that cave woman. She was offered as taxes to pay for the white man's taxes, so he would give you his girl.
Mm-hmm.
And why do you think the more? What part of the reason the more fell off? Because they got infatuated with white pussy. Wow.
You see the
And,
picture right in
and
front of you?
huh?
You see the picture right in front of you?
Of who?
You see the picture right in front of you. There's a picture.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you know what that represents?
It looked like that's a Asar sitting on the throne going let me see who is that. It looked like somebody coming to Asar. It looked like
Yep.
somebody going to into the afterlife, and
Yep.
they finna
So
meet Asar. Is
yeah,
that right?
this is a judgment scene. And
Yeah.
this is the scale of my aunt. You know,
Oh yeah, the 12 disciples.
you gotta be light as a feather.
Right. Light as a feather. Ice Cube got that in his new song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Maya. And
The,
if you don't, you get devoured by the baboon or something like that.
yep.
Okay. Oh,
The 42 negative confessions. That's what they
Ten
The
Commandments
Ten
came
Commandments.
from.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I'm already there, young man.
Mm-hmm.
Already there. That's how I know this scene. That's how I know that's Asar right there. Asar, Aset, and Haru.
Yep.
Yeah. Jesus is Haru.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Yeah. The Christians ain't did nothing slick. All they did was go into the go on the walls and take the stuff, take the stories and refurbish them.
Yeah. Go read the Christianity Before Christ by John G. Jackson.
I
He
already
lined
read it.
he lined the stories like 12 disciples, uh uh birth, death, and resurrection. You know what I mean?
Right. That yeah, and the resurrection with Asar getting chopped up by Seth into 13 pieces, scattered abroad. Isis go find the pieces, put him back together, couldn't find his fallacy, create one, and impregnate herself with whores. The virgin
Mhm.
birth.
The first immaculate conception.
Thank you. Started in ancient Egypt. Kemet, to be if you want to get technical.
Hmm.
So yeah, we know black people had all that stuff first.
See, we had a system of morality.
Of course. But what you fail to realize is that we had a system until we was overtaken by caveman.
Yeah,
Remember, the people came out of the Caucasus Mountains
yeah.
in caves.
Hmm.
So we were overpowered and ruled and governed by cave people. Stop it, bro.
Hmm.
This is this is just mind blowing.
It is.
Yeah, when you think about what I just said, we had all these mighty empires until these people came out of the caves and just went around and knocked off all of the black empires.
Hmm.
Cave people. What was they doing that made them so powerful and so strong that they got themselves in a position to come out of the caves to be the head people of the world?
Hmm.
Here it is. We got black people asking white people for rights that they have as human beings. You know you messed up when you asking somebody else for something that you have just being who you are. What you asking him for? What they call it? What they call it? Civil rights. Why would you need to ask somebody for civil rights? You create your civil rights and you demand that you have them.
But in the Constitution, you still three-fifths of a man.
Thank you. So that tells you that these people still don't honor you as a human being,
Right.
because what they want to see you as who they really are. They know that they are cave people. So they're gonna do anything they can to convert you over into believing that you are less than they are. How could
Right.
you be less than they are and they came out of the caves and you civilized them? You already had civilization.
Right. All over the world.
Thank you. And now they trying to tell you they are the mothers and fathers of civilization. But they was in the caves. And y'all ain't nothing but 6,000 years here to the planet. But y'all the originators of everything. How? How? All we got to do is look into the science of genetics, and we'll kill that argument. Come on, man. You know damn well you ain't more powerful than a melanated individual. So stop it. Racism should be destroyed today.
The dominating recessive.
But like I said, black people do not like power. They like to have people tell them and have power and control over them. Because
Comfortability.
if they didn't, they wouldn't be comfortable with being told what to do in every aspect of their lives. You can't even go out the country without getting permission from who? See it?
Okay.
The caveman. You can't even discipline your children without getting what? Authorization from who? The caveman. You can't even drive your vehicle without getting permission from who? The caveman. You can't even live in your house the way you want to live without getting what? Permission from the caveman. So the caveman understand the value of having power. Black people understand the value of having people have power and control over them.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have to have so they don't have to worry about anything. We just let them do everything and tell us what to do. Come on, man. We're not going on what. Listen, I can't hear what they say. I can only see what they do.
Well,
You see what I'm saying? Don't listen to what people say. Watch what they do. And when we watch what black people do, we know that black people ain't the least bit interested in becoming people in power. Let's stop playing. They too busy wanting to twerk and get high. You can, yeah, they got the power to go to the next nightclub. They got the power to go destroy the next community. They got the power to go lay up and have useless sex and create a bunch of children that we don't need here. Yeah, they got the power to do that. But they don't want to have no power to be able to have no nation and be able to build governments and education and all the essential things that'll help us become the people that we need to be. They the least bit interested in that, young man. Because if they was interested in that, you would be seeing it. We see what they're interested in, twerking. We see what they're interested in, talking, the black man talking shit about the black woman and the black woman talking shit about the black man. That's what they're interested in. Don't act like you don't see it. You see it.
every day.
The favorite word for the black woman to the black man is bitch. And you know why she feel that way? Because it's locked in her genetics that you weak as a motherfucker. That white man can treat you like a bitch, so don't talk shit, nigga. Right. Don't talk shit, nigga. Because if you think your nuts get too big, I'm gonna call 911 and have this white man come and move you up off the premises, young man. So you better get your britches together, buddy.
Oh, the man.
Thank you. Because guess what? You know the greatest thing that the white man took from the black man was his woman. Not no land, his woman. When the white man took control over the sisters, because the sister got way more. Listen, I'm gonna show you how the sister got more respect for the white man than she do for you. The sister will go to work and won't never disrespect her boss. And then if you come home and you try to practice or try to make her think that you're trying to have any authority over her, she gonna call the police and have you removed. Cause she know that white man to shut your motherfucking mouth. Shut up, boy. Shut up. You know you ain't big. You can't whoop him, but you want to run around here and have dominance over me. Stop playing. See it? Sisters ain't going for that because she know you ain't did what you needed to do to stop this enemy. So don't come around here and try to flex your authority on me. Tough guy. Because when you get tough, I'm going to inflate you with that one call. Come get him. Come get him. Bet you ain't going to buckle up against him. You're going to put your hands behind your back and get down on your knees. And guess what? Every time you do it, what you showing that sister? That white man still got his boot on your neck. You weak. You ain't gonna challenge him. So if you ain't gonna challenge him, don't think you got no authority in this house, Negro. Stop playing with me, bro. I ain't going on what they say. I'm only going on what I see them do.
Integrity.
Killed them. I'm gonna give y'all a minute to think about that, y'all. Yeah. Play with it if you want. Yeah, that there rattled some fences there. Yeah, that rattled some fences for all you high value dudes. Y'all so high value. But you ain't high value when that white boy got his knee on your neck. You ain't so high value when that white boy lock you in his cage. You can't go and lock the white boy in a cage, but he can lock you in one. See the difference? The white boy can use his money to get out of the cage. Most of the time, you can't use that money to get you out the cage. You got to go to jail if that white boy say you going to jail. See it?
You gotta pay him to get you up.
Thank you. And then you gonna have to use his attorneys. And guess what? Who own the what is that? The bar. Who own that? Who own that? Do black people own the bar? If black people don't own the bar, then the black people ain't got nothing to do with them judges that's on sitting in them courtrooms. See it? The same system, same people, same orchestration.
But
I'm not trying to hear it. Black people ain't got no power. They just running around here being buffoons, bragging about cars and clothes. And as long as they bragging about cars and clothes, they ain't gonna be nothing but Slaves. I don't care how much you paid for that suit.
Right.
Did your people make it? Do that money that you spend on that suit go back into your community? Do that raise your people up? Is that gonna start economical change for your children and their children and their children after that? Is that gonna lead to generational wealth?
Mm.
Oh, if it don't, then brother, all that stuff you talking, you just a well dressed slave, and most of the time they call those house Negroes. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. In modern day, we got a lot of what they call house Negroes in
Like the movie,
disguise.
Django.
Mm, mm.
Mm, like the Samuel Jackson play. I forgot the character's name, but that house nigga in
Thank
Django
you. Come on,
act just like him.
man. And we got a whole bunch of these dudes now just because they ain't got a chance to get an opportunity. And I call those, and when we look at those black people, I think of all of them being a part of the boule.
Mm,
That's what I think. Because ain't no way you can get up there and glamorize your dollar. If your dollar ain't to be able to turn into a nation, then what are you bragging for, bro? You still in the land of a slavery. You just a well-dressed slave. You a slave that get to eat top flight food that is still poisonous to you any goddamn way. So what are you really getting? You
right,
getting a false representation of reality. Because the reality is you're locked in a land where you're being produced, where you're producing the actions and behavior of a slave,
right.
more modernized. They give these niggas nice suits and give them an opportunity to go spend all their money on these high cars that don't have no real value. The things break down, ain't worth nothing, but they charge you all this money, and that gives you the right to think that you some powerful man, you high value, and all this crazy dumb stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the reality. They ain't got nothing to do with the plight of our people, and ain't got nothing to do with us being moved forward.
We caught up in the American dream.
And guess what? Guess who showed a good example of that? Brother Polite started out doing all the right things, and then as soon as he got that European dollar, what did he do? Found him in a hotel messing with somebody's baby. Get out of here. We see this stuff time and time again. Because as long as these dudes chase that dollar and have love for that dollar, they'll never have love for the people. It's
Mm,
about that dollar. And then they just find good ways to manipulate you to believe that they doing something for the cause of the people, but the cause is so they can benefit their situation economically at the expense of the people.
mm.
We're not falling for that. It's 2025. Ain't no fools around here no more. I'm straight out of the hood. We do hood mathematics here, partner. If one and one don't add up to two, goddamn it, we got a problem.
Right,
You heard me?
right.
We got a problem. If one and one don't add up to two, goddamn it, we got a problem. And a lot of this shit, one and one ain't adding up to two, it's adding up to 6, 7, and 10. Like, whoa, bro, you jump past a whole bunch of stuff to get where you was at, buddy.
Right.
We have to slow you down. I'm telling you, bro, these dudes they not for the people. They for that white man dollar. They want to be able to live and do what the European is doing, and then get on YouTube and brag to you about what they doing at your expense. Oh,
Right.
buddy, I ain't donating my money to you, clown.
Right.
What are you talking about? What is we building by me giving you money for your podcast, and all you doing is talking a bunch of rhetoric.
Right. Talking fools.
Thank you. You on the enemy's frequency, and you gonna try to tell me we finding a way out. Who
Mm,
in the hell would believe that dumb stuff? I tell you, the walking retarded. Why you think in every conversation they talking about black people's mental state? Because most black people are mentally retarded. That's why they able to fool them. They don't know no better. A girl to get on top of your car and twerk her life away. She ain't thinking nothing about no integrity. See it?
mm,
If you dumb
mm.
them down, you can make them do whatever you want them to do. They'll be the clowns in your circus.
Right.
Facts.
Entertainment.
Thank you.
Entertainment.
And guess where they got that from? Rome, the Colosseum.
Yeah.
When anytime the people would get to challenge the Roman government and the people that's making policies, what would they do? Get everybody in the Coliseum and see the gladiators fight with lions and tigers and all that bull.
Mm-hmm.
And they do the same thing right now today. They make you fill up basketball arenas, baseball arenas, and football arenas. But
Yeah.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Listen to this, young man. What do all those things have in common? Football, basketball, and baseball. What do they have in common?
Ball. They got balls.
And who balls are they?
Mm.
So the white man play niggas to play with his balls. Come on, quit playing with me. Oh Lord have mercy. I killed the game again. Killed the game again.
Mm.
These niggas get on there and they celebrating. But all the time, what are they doing? They getting paid to play with the white man balls. Because niggas don't own no NFL, no NBA, and none of that. They can barely buy a team in it. And if they ain't got somebody the right complexion, they ain't even gonna buy a team.
We
Stop
had our
playing with
own.
me, bro.
We had our own baseball team. We gave that up.
Thank you. Because we wanted to be what? Integrated with who?
Okay, man.
And who started that stuff? Who wanted us? Who had that dream?
Woo.
Who had it? That wasn't your dream.
Mm-hmm.
They made you celebrate the next man's dream and make you think that dream was for you.
Right.
You didn't wake up this morning talking about you needed to be had a right to be next to white people. You probably could give care less. And when we really look at the nature of white people, why would we want to be integrated with these people? They barbaric not by nature. Look at the things that they do. Bro, they'll eat you and me.
And kids.
Stop playing. See, black people don't want to face the truth. They want to live in a fantasy. That way they can go home at night, sleep in them nice houses, and drive that nice European car or that foreign car that they like. But when talking about revolution and change, oh man, you better go on home, boy, man. Please, man. I ain't giving up my job. You lost your mind, brother. Brother, it's 2025.
You got you got the book Without Sanctuary.
Do I got what?
The book Without Sanctuary.
Nope. I'm beyond the books, bro.
It's a photographic book of all the lynchings in America.
Oh, Brother Earl got that book in the store.
Yeah.
Give a shout out to Brother Earl. Tell the people where the store at, man, so they can go get this literature so they can be raise their minds.
Yeah, I put in the description after this.
Yeah, put Brother Earl down there so the people can come in the store. That way we can have some one-on-ones live.
Yes, sir.
And get more people to come and join.
I got some book recommendations.
Always.
Message to the black man in America.
Number one, they got to read Elijah Muhammad. Got to have the message to the black man. That's the beginning.
That's number one.
That's what I'm saying. That's the beginning. Willie Lynch letter. Another one. The making of a slave. So you understand how they made the process of making a slave and where they got that stuff from. Mm-hmm. Breaking the curse of Willie Lynch. The Willie Lynch letter.
Yeah.
Every 5 years they put the Willie Lynch letter out.
Mm-hmm.
To remind you. Yeah, that was powerful. Oh, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. The sister from the Nation of Islam. Very good book. Read it 1,000 times.
Man, I love that woman, yo.
Man, beautiful queen.
Mm-hmm.
24 Reasons Why African Americans Suffer. Another good book. Tell them why they suffer. I can tell them within 5 minutes all the ways that why they suffering.
Mm.
We don't need no book. But that's okay. If the only way they can ingurgitate and be able to regurgitate it is suck it from a book, then we'll take it that way. I don't care how you get it, just get it. Mm-hmm. Ain't no special way.
But niggas,
niggas to guys, okay. Ain't that the 5%ers?
Oh yeah, by a kill.
Yeah, I know them 5% brothers. I love all those brothers. All the heavy hitters.
Peace to the guys and everything.
Yes, I like the 5%ers. I like how they build the mathematics and all that. We need to borrow all the tangible things that we know could work from all those different groups and put it all together. Yes, and that'll set us free. All the elders that came before us, they laid a blueprint. All we got to do is take the blueprint and make the blueprint become a real life.
We all one nation.
Thank you. I don't understand why you wake up in the morning and hate yourself.
Mm.
Don't hate yourself. Love yourself. Don't beat yourself. Treat yourself.
Mm. And Mr. Black Man, Elijah Muhammad said, accept your own and be yourself.
Thank you. Because at the end of the day, that's the only thing you got is self. Can't be nothing but that. And anything outside of that, you creating a false reality for yourself and you living a lie. And then if you're willing to live a lie, then that means you're not friends with the truth. And if the
Mm-hmm.
truth is not your friend, when the truth comes, it's gonna hurt you. See it? And then
Sure.
and those people that the truth hurt, those are the people that you put on the front line of the new movement. Because
Mm.
those will be the sacrifice. Because remember, the Chinese had kamikaze. They had people that would sacrifice for the next one to be able to get through.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we got to steal from. We got to borrow from some of them things that got people free. We got to borrow from other people
I got
and
the
put it
Asian
together.
revolution. Yep.
Yeah, but we gotta be willing to make some sacrifices. We're willing to die for a pair of Michael Jordans. Let's be willing to die for something much greater than that.
Mm-hmm.
Why
You
wouldn't you be
willing,
willing to die for the future of your children?
you willing to go to the militaries?
Thank you. You willing to go die for that European and whatever his agenda is?
Mm-hmm.
Create your own agenda and be willing to die for your own agenda. And hopefully it's an agenda that somebody else um, is allowing to be their agenda. And next thing you know, you'll find that there's more people on the same mental frequency as you, striving to
Right.
go in the same direction that you're trying to go in.
Mm-hmm.
And through y'all unification, that's where you get strength. I think, man, one of the coldest stories in the Bible is a story about the Tower of Babel.
Mm-hmm.
In that story, man, God was afraid of the people's unification. He clearly came down to see what they was building because he knew that with them being unified, that anything they wanted to do would not be impossible to them. So that's why he came down and confound their languages, divide and conquer, right from the God in the Bible. The Tower of Babel. Read the story. The people had God. The people had put a little fear in God. Read the story. That's the integrity of being united as a people. Even the God was worried.
Mm-hmm.
Tower of Babel. Any local Bible.
You ever read the spook who sat by the door?
Huh?
You ever read the spook who sat by the door or watched the movie?
Oh, no, I never seen this one.
So this one is about a CIA agent, a black dude from CIA. He from Chicago, so he went to the CIA to he basically infiltrated the CIA. He then when he went back home, he went to the local gangs and taught everything that he learned in the CIA to start Black Revolution.
Oh, okay. Who did he deal with? Huey Newton, them?
I know
Oh,
it's a
oh,
fictional book, but it's
oh.
it relates
Got
more.
some meat in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. I can get jiggy with that. Yeah.
yeah, it's a
Well, we got
movie
a, we
too.
got a lot of great books that
Yeah,
the thing is transferring the information from the books into our daily walk and our daily lifestyle. That's
right.
what we're trying to do. They've been having it in the books, and we all know if you want to hide something from black people, all you got to do is put it in a book.
Mhm.
It's going to be very difficult to get black people to read
Oh yeah,
due to the fact that at one point in time in this country, reading was something that could cost you your life.
it was illegal.
So black people ain't too fond of reading.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it's still percolating in a spirit from breaking the chains of slavery. See, what we don't understand is that we know slavery, but we
Yeah,
don't understand the impacts of slavery that live with us right now today, that we inherited and that we have passed on from generation to generation to generation.
the
Got
shackles
to
still in the
got to
mind.
break the cycle,
Yeah, the
the
chains.
mental cycle.
Yeah,
Yeah. They took the chains from around your ankle. Now it's on your mind.
Yeah.
They got you locked in slavery in your mind. You think like a slave. So if you think like a slave, guess what you're gonna do? Act and perform like one.
Wow.
Yeah. And most of these Negroes today, they walk in the boots of the house Negro, marching hard in the house Negro boots. That's why they get on these podcasts and tell you about how high value men, and then talk about brothers that gang bang and all that. They ain't nothing. Women, but them are the same. Them brothers are the ones that the women really appreciate. You know why they appreciate those brothers? Because those brothers represent power. They know those brothers to tear something up. They know you with that funny looking suit trying to be cute for the white man. They know you ain't gonna bust a grape. And if you do bust a grape, you ain't gonna bust a grape against those people. You're gonna bust a grape against your own people.
Wow.
Because you think you and made it to where you accepted it by those people. Because you live in their community. You drive the same type of cars they drive. But you don't get the same type of privileges that they get. That's the only difference. That's where your Negro passport card end. Yeah, you can spend your money with me, nigga. Yeah, you can do that. You can buy all my fancy cars and all my fancy suits and all my overpriced jewelry. You can do all that. Don't talk about buying no TV station now. Don't talk about buying no new curriculum to change the education system. Don't talk about you want to build nation now. Come on now, Negro. You asking too much.
Right. I'll be
But as long as you
self-sufficient.
just talking about a Bentley and Armani suits and Gucci suits, oh yeah, you cool in the game. Yeah, you cool.
You're not a threat.
Hey, thank you. You cool in the game. We happy to bring you aboard. Come on, brother. You with us, brother. I tell you, next thing you know, he got you on his couch talking about, hey, we lovers. Huh? Yeah, you wanted to be in, didn't you? Because up here, this is what we do.
Wow.
Yeah, we play. Big
Mm,
boy.
mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, that's why I know I don't listen to them dudes and all that high value stuff. I don't listen.
I got some. Gotta bring it back. Gotta bring it back. Gotta bring it back now. All right. That's all we have for today. Appreciate it for listening. Till next time. Peace.